Hi everyone, we're going to read a story called Caps for Sale. Caps for Sale is a story about a peddler. A peddler is a person who walks around and sells things. So he's going to walk around and sell things. The title is called Caps for Sale. What do you think he's going to sell? Caps, maybe? What are caps? I know that sometimes on my marker has a cap. But these are kinds of hats. Another word for hat is cap. So let's see. This says Caps for Sale, a tale of a peddler, some monkeys, and their monkey business. Told and illustrated by Esphyr Slobodkina. Caps for sale. Look at that picture. Does he have a bunch of caps on his head? Wow. Let's see what we can find out. Once, there was a peddler who sold caps. But he was not like an ordinary peddler, carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on top of his head. First, he had on his own checked cap, then a bunch of gray caps, then a bunch of brown caps, and a bunch of blue caps, and on the very top, a bunch of red caps. And you see, let's see. So there's his checked cap. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 gray caps. 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow caps. 1, 2, 3, 4 blue caps. 1, 2, 3, 4 red caps. Look at them all on his head. Could you hold that many hats on your head? I could not. He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight as to not upset his caps. As he went along, he called, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." So he walked very still and straight so that they didn't fall over. Because if he ran with all those caps, what would happen? They would fall down. One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up and down the street, calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country." And he walked out of town slowly, slowly, as to not upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. "That's a nice place to rest," thought he. And he sat down very slowly under the tree, and he leaned back little by little against the tree trunk so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put up his hand to feel if they were straight. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps on the very top. They were all there, so he went to sleep. He slept for a long time. When he woke up, he was feeling refreshed and rested. What do you notice about this picture? Where are all his caps? He only has his own cap on. Uh-oh, how do you think he's feeling? If he woke up and then all his caps are gone, do you think he was feeling happy? Maybe he was feeling a bit nervous because he didn't know where his caps went. But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. All he felt was his own checked cap. Oh my goodness. He looked to the right of him, no caps. He looked to the left of him, no caps. He looked in the back of him, no caps. He looked behind the tree, no caps. Where do you think they went? Then he looked up in the tree. What do you think he saw? Do you remember what this book is about? Remember what we read at the very beginning? A tale of a peddler, some monkeys, and their monkey business. What might be up in that tree? Let's see. On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray or brown or blue or a red cap. The monkeys took his caps. Whew, excuse me. The peddler looked at the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. He finally spoke to them. "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking a finger at them. "You give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him and said, "Tis, tis, tis, tis." This made the peddler angry. So he shook both hands at them and said, "You monkeys, you, give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook both their hands back at him and said, "Tis, tis, 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 tis." Now he felt quite angry. He stomped his foot and he said, "You monkeys, you better give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, "Tis, tis, tis, tis." By this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both his feet and shouted, "You monkeys, you must give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped both of their feet and said, "Tis, tis, tis, tis." At last, he became so angry, he pulled off his own cap and threw it on the ground and began to walk away. But then, what do you think the monkeys did? Each monkey pulled off his cap. And all the gray caps, all the brown caps, all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. So, the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First, his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps on the very top. How does he look now? He looks relieved, like he's so glad to have his caps back. And slowly, slowly, he walked back to town calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." The end. Why did the peddler get so angry that he threw his cap on the ground? Do you remember? He was so angry because those monkeys were not listening to him. Do monkeys listen very often to people? No, they don't. I wonder how he feels when he's going back to town with his caps. Think he's feeling very happy to have his caps back? I think so too. I can't wait to see you guys soon. I would love to see a picture of you walking very straight and still, like the peddler with his caps on his head. He would have to walk so slow. Can you try that at home? Maybe you can try to put a book on your head or something very safe, something that's not heavy, that you can see if you can balance the book on your head like this. Like I can, let's see. I can do it, but I'd have to walk really slow so it doesn't fall off. Let's see if you can try it at home. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.